What's going on, everybody? This is Corey Lee's Boxing, and we are back with another banger. So, yeah, man, please smash that like button and subscribe. And, yeah, man, I want to talk about Conor Benn versus Manny Pacquiao, you guys. Yeah, you heard it right. Pacquiao could possibly be coming out of retirement. And Conor Benn could possibly be coming off of his suspension for testing positive for PEDs. So yeah, let me go to what these two guys. It's wild, man, because both of these guys are on the shelf right now. You know what I mean? Not even on the pretty much on the shelf. Yeah, I mean you got Manny Pacquiao. He's 62-8 with 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout. He got stopped 3 times, you guys. As you guys all know, he definitely got stopped by Manuel Marquez in their trilogy that ended in Manny Pacquiao viciously getting stopped. We thought that that could have possibly been the end of his career. He's resurrected himself and came back. And then on the other hand, not only just to touch on Manny Pacquiao a little bit more, Manny Pacquiao lost me a hell of a lot of money, man, messing with Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao versus Keith one-time Thurman, you guys. Coily Boxing definitely lost some money on that fight. It was a fight that I thought that Keith Thurman was gonna be able to win. He did not win the fight. And I was like, wow, man, not only getting dropped on his butt, which Manny Pacquiao did, I feel like Manny Pacquiao won because he was, I feel like he was more elusive, and I feel like he was, dictating the pace most of the time, with his, in and out movements and stuff like that. He turned back the hands of time, man, for sure on that Keith Thurman fight. I still will agree that there was no drug testing going on in that fight. So that's kind of iffy to me. Boxing Learner says, really, Manny needs to retire. Okay, so you think Manny Pacquiao needs to retire, man. All right, then you got Conor Benn, okay? The other fighter. Smash that like button as soon as you guys come in, you guys. You got Conor Benn, 21-0, okay? 14 big wins by knockout. And this is the blue chip prospect, you guys, that a lot of people have been asking for and asking about. Conor Benn is supposed to be that guy. Conor Benn is supposed to be that guy that is next up in the welterweight division. He has all of the goods, so they say. And I'm gonna be honest, man, a major blow to his career was him testing positive for PEDs. I feel like it was one of those things where, he kind of got his hand caught in the cookie jar. The WBC actually has reinstated Conor Benn. I'm gonna be honest, this Conor Benn versus Manny Pacquiao fight is not gonna be drug tested. I feel like Manny Pacquiao for years has been in and out of certain scenarios when it comes to drug testing. And we all know that there was no drug testing in the Keith Thurman fight. I know a lot of you guys were like, how can that be, Corey? This, that, and the third. Um, there's a lot behind that, but just know that there was no drug testing involved in that fight. Smash that like button, y'all. Let's get these likes up, man. Neil in the chat says Conor Benn is a joke. Wow, man. So you're thinking Conor Benn is pretty much a joke. You feel like he shouldn't be taken seriously. He was ready to fight Chris Eubank Jr., you guys. Another big star from out there in the from out there in the UK. And a lot of people thought that, he could possibly beat, a guy like that and a guy of his stature. Um, I'm gonna be honest, I was favoring Chris Eubank Jr. in that fight, just because of the simple fact that, Chris Eubank Jr. is a lot bigger than Conor Benn. And not only that, I feel like Chris Eubank Jr., was more elusive until we seen he gets stopped by Liam Smith, you guys. That was a wow, man. That was a shocker, man. But as you guys can see here, Conor Benn, this is pretty much the body type that he got caught with when he tested positive for PEDs, and it was in this fight, you guys, that he did get tested positive for PEDs. Okay, this fight got called off because Conor Benn tested positive for PEDs, and Chris Eubank Jr. was pretty much left in limbo, and that's how you got the Liam Smith fight, you guys. I don't believe that the Liam Smith fight maybe never would have happened if I feel like if Chris Eubank Jr. would have went through with this fight and got the win, the W, I feel like a lot of doors would have opened up for Chris Eubank Jr. because I was favoring him to beat Conor Benn. But after watching the Liam Smith fight, who do you guys think has more power, Liam Smith or Conor Benn? I'm gonna favor Conor Benn on that one. But the only thing is, Conor Benn, you know, is coming up from 147, and I just feel like even if even if he is coming up from 147, you know that those guys at the smaller weight divisions they definitely pack a good punch. Um, but I feel like Liam Smith was close to being a real middleweight as possible. I mean, he did come up from 154 pounds. He was a champion at 154 pounds. So for him to be able to go up to 160, it wasn't a big feat for him. And a lot of people say that was Chris Eubank Jr.'s first real test. Neil says he's a hype job, bro. Only fights has it says only fights has bins. Huh? He's a hype job, bro. Only fights has been. Yeah, I mean he is. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people might say he's a hype job, but he's beaten. He's got some okay opponents on his resume. Let's go down Conor Benn's resume, and let's just see what's on Conor Benn's resume and what might make this Brit so special. Okay, he beat Chris Algieri by knockout. That was one of his biggest wins, I feel like. He beat Adrian Granados by unanimous decision. At that time, Adrian Granados had 8 losses. Um, he beat Sebastian Formella by unanimous decision. That was 22-1. Um, and yeah, man, I feel like he's had a couple other fights in between and stuff like that. But yeah, man, Conor Benn hasn't really fought, I feel like, the top opposition yet. He was on his way up, and then that's when he tested positive. But now they're saying he's possibly could be fighting. That's what Eddie Hearn is saying. They're in negotiations for Conor Benn and Manny Pacquiao to fight. I feel like there will be no drug testing for this fight, being that Manny Pacquiao doesn't really want, I guess, drug testing, in his fights and stuff like that. And, I believe this stage of his career, I mean, let's just be honest, man. The guy, for you to be that old and for you to be fighting, peak guys like Conor Benn, even if Conor Benn wasn't on any PEDs, but let's just say he is, from testing positive, you know, Manny Pacquiao is definitely gonna have to be on something, man, to get in the ring. In my personal opinion, I feel like he's not gonna go in there 100%. You know, um, you know, clean. You know what I'm saying? So, I just feel like right now, man, this is the perfect fight to make for both guys. And I just, even if Conor Benn does get the victory over Manny Pacquiao, and just say he hypothetically the fight happens, Conor Benn wins. I feel like he still has that shadow he still has that cloud over his resume and over his name, you know, for popping, dirty for PEDs. I don't remember his father ever popping dirty for PEDs, but he did. So yeah, man. So Manny Pacquiao's looking like he's possibly could be fighting Conor Benn next. I know a lot of you guys want to see the fight. Some guys don't want to see the fight. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't have a problem with seeing the fight. Manny Pacquiao is definitely a little old in the tooth, but I feel like he can still possibly, get the job done. He did lose to you guys in 2021, so it'll be almost 2 years since we seen Manny Pacquiao fight. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. I just want to see the best fight the best. Right now, maybe not. I'm not sure who's gonna be willing to fight Conor Benn right now, but I know a lot of top welterweights probably don't want to get thrown in with Conor Benn right now being that he just came off of a PED situation. And Manny Pacquiao, he beat Adrian Broner, Lucas Matisse, and Keith Thurman. And that was a span of from 2018 to 2019. He beat all three of those names. Those are all three good, valuable names and, valuable threats at the 147-pound division. You got Adrian Broner that beat multiple-time world champion Paulo Malignaggi. Went, tooth and nail with Marcos Maidana. And then you got Lucas Matisse that was just a stone cold puncher, man. And was a really good puncher. And I feel like when Manny Pacquiao beat Lucas Matisse, it was kind of an upset. Because I believe Manny Pacquiao went in there, you know, and they thought, he was a little older in the tooth, and they thought Lucas Matisse could win, and he not only did Manny Pacquiao win, but he stopped him. That was all the way in 2018. That was even 5 years ago. So that's the last time we've seen Manny Pacquiao with a stoppage. He did get this split decision win over Keith Thurman in a untested fight, undrug tested fight. And he got a split decision win over Keith Thurman. I truly feel that Keith Thurman did enough to win that fight, but hey, man, hindsight's 2020. So let's just see, man, what Manny Pacquiao can do and what does he have left on the table. Can Conor Benn be that guy to get Manny Pacquiao out of, pretty much retire him? I feel like he hasn't had that retirement fight, like a dude beat the shit out of him and now he has to retire. It's no other way to go but to retire. Yes, Manny Pacquiao has 8 losses. Yes, he's a little old in the tooth, but we seen just 2 to 3 years ago he could beat the top guys at the pinnacle of the sport. That was just 2 or 3 years ago in Keith Thurman. For him to get that win was so huge. And I just want to see with Manny Pacquiao, what does he have left? Can he still get the job done? And I'm pretty sure Eddie Hearn's gonna throw that some money on Manny Pacquiao's way, and I'm pretty sure Manny Pacquiao will be all for it. I'm pretty sure Manny Pacquiao will be all for it, man. Manny Pacquiao right now is in his 40s. And he's not getting any younger, you guys. Right now, you guys got to understand, Manny Pacquiao is 44 years of age, okay? 44 years of age, okay? He's talking about going up against a 26-year-old, okay? A guy almost half the age of Manny Pacquiao, okay? Manny Pacquiao is almost double the age of Conor Benn, and he's still willing to go up and fight the best guy, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, man. Please, whatever you guys do, smash that like button and subscribe. And yeah, man, this is Corey Boxing, and you've definitely been hit with another banger. Peace out, you guys. You guys have a great day.